Hey folks, Dagan here, and today you join me on a very special day. As the title of this video suggests, today's the first day that I'm properly checking out a Neural DSP Quad Cortex. Now I know that statement might be a bit of a shock to some of the folk out there who have followed me for a little while online doing this whole guitar shtick thing, but seriously, today's the first day I've ever plugged into a Quad Cortex. So I thought it'd be a really cool video, instead of like showing you how to capture stuff and how everything meticulously works, just get my first impressions. So recording what you would do if you were to get your first Quad Cortex, open the box and plug it in and go through the first few presets, some of the famous presets and some of the amplifiers which really make this little guy shine. I thought I'd share that with you guys. Because obviously this has been out for a little while now, and the company I used to work for never stocked it, so I never got a chance to try one. But now I do. And usually, the Quad Cortex needs little to no introduction, but this one needs a little introduction. This is the limited edition black and white version, available exclusively from the fine folk at Andertons, who of course sponsor this channel and indeed this video. I work really close with Andertons, they're fantastic people, more about them later. But the black and white version is available exclusively through them. There has been previous colours like the red and gold kind of Iron Man looking one, and everyone's calling this the Stormtrooper one, but I disagree. I'm from Newcastle. This is the GEORDIE Quad Cortex right here, black and white, Toon black and white army. It's the NFC Quad Cortex. So it's the perfect Quad Cortex for me to sink my GEORDIE teeth into. Everything's linked in the description box down below as well, so you can get your very own limited edition black and white Quad Cortex just down there. But the first few, I mean, this is the first preset that goes on, the Brit 2203. And the first thing I noticed when going through the first few presets, but most importantly this one, is that it's, I need to get that volume control fixed. It sounds great out the box. I know every other one sounds great out the box, right? I play Helix all the time, not the new Helix Stadium, but the Helix. I've had a Fractal Axe FX3, I've had an Axe 8, I've had a Kemper. I use the Tonex stuff. Every preset in that sounds awesome, and those guys sound awesome, but you always have to tweak them a little bit to kind of like season them to your ears. I haven't done a thing with this. A thing. I've said in the past, this tone is a hard tone to nail. This is just scratching the surface of this video, ladies and gentlemen. But that's a hard tone to nail. Not tonally. I know tone to nail and tonally is contradicting itself, but as a guitar player, the feel and the bounce back and the responsiveness of a 2203 it makes you pull a face. I love a guitar tone that makes you pull a face, and when the first preset does that, bravo, Neural DSP. I mean, it's unsurprising. Their archetype stuff is incredible, and everyone loses their mind over this. This is slowly becoming the industry standard. Like I said, I had an Axe FX3 for ages, and I loved using it, but it was so big and cumbersome and stuff. It sounded great. This is a lot easier to use. It's smaller, and the tones are the better. than the fractal. Even the fractal I had to mess with when I first got it to like suit it to my ears. Not this guy. Bravo. Let's switch things up quickly to, let's go EV1013 red. There's another amplifier I used to have a 5153 and I loved it a bit. It was really heavy and really loud. And to get the proper 5153 tone for the 100 watts, you had to really crank the nuts off it. This is doing that at regular level. I'm quite loud still, but... If anyone out there knows who has a 5153, they can be quite fizzy-ish at low volume. There's a lot of gain going on, so you need to really crank them to open them up. Or just buy a Quad Cortex. Stock preset right there as well. So we all know that this is one of, if not the most powerful guitar modeler, effects processor on the entire planet. And it does so much with the neural captures. You can capture pedals, you can capture amplifiers. It comes with fantastic ones as well, but that's a huge part of it. Again, there's videos online which will show you all of that loveliness with the Quad Cortex. I'm just going to go through my favorite things off the bat at the end, what I like and what I dislike about it. Besides the tone, one of the other things that really got me was just how easy it is to use. Like the touchscreen it can be, I think people say it's intimidating when they're so used to like actual amplifiers and stuff, but if you think of it, it's almost like Fisher-Price guitar stuff. Like Neural have made it for the most simple guitar players like myself to know where you are. Like signal chain works as it is, amplifiers are laid out, and it's just simply touch it, change things. It's so incredibly intuitive and easy, and it feels like an iPad. A lot of the times with these touchscreen gizmos and stuff, there can be a bit of lag and stuff. It's so intuitive and so responsive. Besides the lovely tone and the rest, it's easy to use and very responsive. Even the little things like that should seem like the hard. Like I said, today's the first day I've plugged it in, but this isn't the first time I've tried it because I plugged it in earlier just to update it. And these run on your Wi-Fi. Well, they don't run, but you can update stuff via the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or whatever. So I hooked it up to the Wi-Fi in the house, updated it immediately, and there you go. There's nothing sinister, there's no kind of crazy, you haven't got to plug it into certain things and download certain settings and apps and stuff and lose your mind that way. They've made it incredibly easy Neural DSP, and that's one of the reasons why people love them. But why I love them is because they've got stuff like PV 5150s on them. Smooth under your fingertips. It doesn't feel digital. There's no kind of weird digital artifacts and stuff. The gainier you get or how clean you get. Another thing that's incredibly lovely is, if I go back to just how I like it, my first preset, the Brit 2203. Come on man, give me a break. If you go to gig view, you can see the scenes. So the scenes are, if you're a Helix user, snapshot. If you're a Fractal user, they're also called scenes. And that allows you to turn on delay or whatever you want within the preset. So they're presets within presets. You can have a clean sound, run multiple amps, like have a clean amp and a dirty amp, turn on effects, modulations, reverbs, delays, or whatever, all within one single preset without having to change presets. Again, all stock presets. And in this gig view mode, again, that's how most people would use it. That's how I would use it, with the scenes on screen, so you know where you're going between certain songs and whatnot. You can have it either running in scene mode, have it running. So these are the actual pedals. They get turned on and off. So when it's like that, signal chain, gig mode, that's a signal chain, but turn the pedals on and off. As you see down there, turn on multiple devices at once as well. Let's turn on 2 delays, I think. And within scene mode, that means you can turn on and off as many of these pedals as you want, as well as, like I say, if you've got a clean amp running alongside, because there is the CPU in this to run 2 or multiple amplifiers for different tones within the same preset. You can do that in scenes. The other one in gig view is your presets. And you can either tap the button there or press down these 2 buttons, and that'll scroll through the different versions. That leads us nicely onto the presets. The first thing that I would do with this is sit down and look at the presets and go, let's see how they all stack up. So you go from Brit 2203 to Brit Plexi. All in. That does nicely for me, a nice funky little plexi. I think that's everything on. But the, what else is good? Freeman, sorry, 100. Show you some clean stuff. Ooh. Going on there. So amp and space is what that is seen from the start. Regular. Sounds like a twin on the vibrato channel to me. So you can scroll through with the foot switches. I just like tapping it because it's up top here. If it's on the floor, I'll use the foot switches. Now before we hear some more presets, I probably should talk about my signal chain. Obviously using Gibson SG with a Shure GLX-D16 wireless going straight into the Quad Cortex, and that's running out into a Yamaha DHR12 stage monitor. I use that all the time. And a line out of that, unaffected line, into a little Zoom H6, and then it's your lovely ears. And if you want, you can grab all of these lovely goodies from today's video sponsor. Like I mentioned at the start, especially this exclusive black and white Quad Cortex, you can grab it from the fine folk at Andertons. Now Andertons need little to no introduction. They're the biggest and best music store on the entire planet, and I do mean that as well because they ship worldwide. From this lovely guitar stuff to pianos, drum kits, synthesizers, DJ gear, even bass stuff, and everything in between you can find from those lovely folk down in Guildford, both online and of course in store. Their store is absolutely fantastic. If you're ever in the south of England, you've got to get yourself to Andertons because it is as magical as you'd expect, like I discovered the last time I went down there. And like I mentioned, this black and white edition of the Quad Cortex is limited edition, so if you want to get your hands on one, you've got to be quick. Linked in the description box down below will take you to Andertons so you can snap one up alongside any of the rest of the goodies that I'm using today if your heart so desires. So a huge thank you to Andertons for setting this up for me to check out, sponsoring this video and indeed this channel. Support me by supporting them by checking out those lovely links. Right, let's hear some more presets. And I'm not going to go through them all because there's like nearly 300 presets in this bad lad. I'm just going to pick out some of my favourites I think you guys will get a kick out of. That's the Brit Plexi 50. Moving down to C30. It's obviously AC30, but for some reason it's smothered in delay. Can I go? There really should be a treble booster. What have we got? Bogner, Vishnu Clean. A lot going on there. Toxic synth. What keys? How many flats or keys is it? Can you change that, or is that just how it is? Oh, you changed the... Ah, right! Right, that's fun and everything, but it's not really my jam. John's amp. No, I want to try John, not Big Waves, John's amp, because this is Petrucci's. Petrucci's Messer. Delicious, delicious. Numb synth. This is more crazy synth stuff. It is more crazy synth stuff. What key is this in? Cali Rectifier Shootout. It does the gain stuff so well, you know. from the regular rectifiers to the tremor verb ones, and okay, this is fun. I know this might be boring for some people, but this is my first impressions, so just let me have my fun, okay? Intimate clean. Dream was below us. What's a squeaky dream? Oh, is it? That's definitely not what that's for, but... Guess who? Is it a high watt? It should be a high watt. It is a high watt! Okay, this is the Who. Don't try to put us down. Wrong key, isn't it? It's really got that mid-range snarl down. I like it. I like it. I like it. I love it. I do love it. We'll get into now. Shredful Day. What's this? Write your best riff. That's fun, isn't it? Tight Metal X. It's pretty tight. Right, what else is fun? Cat from Hell. Is that going to be... I don't know if that was going to be Cowboys from Hell or Cat Scratch Fever or... We're getting into some of them now where it's some of the presets are aptly named for famous guitar sounds. Let's say Godzilla. Is that going to be? Obviously, Gojira have their own archetype, Gojira X plugin with Neural DSP. I suppose it's EVHs. That's what they use. Yeah, it's Gojira-ish. Sad but true. Ha ha ha. Is there an octave in there? There is an octave down the bottom. So I'm sure they overdubbed that riff with the baritone as well. That's what that is. That's cool, that sounds great. Forbidden riff, what's forbidden riff? Could be a few things. Oh, it's gotta be, I haven't played this in a while. that Stairway to Heaven was a forbidden riff for years, but these days I think the forbidden riff is usually changes over time. I can't remember the last time I heard Stairway to Heaven in a guitar shop. Cliffs of Dover. I've got any guitars with working single coils right now. Obviously Cliffs of Dover, and I don't know it. It's been a while since I played it. Pentatonics and the rest. Sounds great though. Far Beyond the Sun. That's going to be Yngwie, isn't it? Again, I don't know any Yngwie or classical stuff, but... yeah, Yngwie is as Yngwie as you can get. It's got all the Red Ferrari trilogy, Dark Star, Rising Force. Whatever that riff is. That was the wrong song for that riff as well, wasn't it? But that's fine. Message in a bottle. I know that. We played it less sloppy than that. Nameless Streets. Any U2 song with that reverb, that's it, sorry. Something like that, isn't it? So the one preset for that. Jambi! Oh, get it! I love this riff. I think there's too many notes in there, but... Get in! This is the fun stuff right here. I always enjoy seeing what the famous presets are in pedals like this because it gives you a good idea of how hard they've tried to like emulate these famous sounds. Appetite, that's got to be... My guitar's horribly out of tune, so let me just give you a second to show you the tuner. From playing Jambi. Are we good? Beautiful tuner, look at that, how pretty that is. Sounds good to me. Sweet lead, I'm guessing might be... played that in a while. Paradise intro. It's real time, this video, mistakes and all, because I haven't played half these riffs in bloody ages. So I'm just kind of vibing with the pedal. Frankenstrat. Okay, here we go. That's my domain. Far too much right there. Not as Van Halen-y as I was expecting. Like, I think the first preset, the Brit 2203, was a bit more custom Van Halen than this. Or I've just heard too many presets and I'm losing my mind. An Austin lead, which has got to be a bit of Stevie. I would say I love high and loads of delay and reverb on stuff. Racer XO XO. I'm not even going to pretend I'm Paul Gilbert. I haven't played that in ages, have I? But yeah. Bit of Racer X. Rain and Blood. Bit of that. Air raid vehicle. Okay, here we go. I do miss happened to Floyd Rose. So if I go to is that what that's for? Is this a Limp Bizkit patch? I think it might be. Still got the blues? That's got to be. It's the immediateness of like the pick attack. I just amplified on this preset, but It's so responsive to the touch, like even like the way you angle your pick and stuff. Such a clever little guy. What else have I got? I'll show you a few more. High voltage, is that going to be AC/DC? It's got a transpose on. Why has it got a transpose on? Let's turn that off. I think I'm missing something here. I don't know why it's got a transpose thing on. RATM, so that's... Of course, yeah, solo 2 octaves. We want to expression pedal and use a whammy pedal. So the presets towards the end, annoying flute. Sorry, they get a bit crazy. That is an annoying flute, but I like it. Don't know why Bohemian Rhapsody came out there. So it all got a bit wacky there for a second. Let's go back to the first preset, which was my favourite one. If I was going to use one of these live, I would just mess with this original preset. Like the amp's great, the overdrive's great, put a couple of the boosts in there for solos and stuff. The doubler's really cool as well. And that leads me nicely on to my favourite things about the Quad Cortex. More specifically, should I say, 7 things that I like about the Neural DSP Quad Cortex. And the first thing's obvious, it's the tone. I go from that to the, I love the EVH as well. That's the closest EVH I've heard in a while. Like I said at the start of this video, I used to have one of the 5153 100 watt heads. At a low volume, it sounded a bit mushy and fizzy. You had to really crank the balls off it to get it to sound good. And this sounds like you're cranking the balls off it, but it's nice and quiet for studio use. Or live use, I should say. But with the tones as well, not that I want to do it, but the fact that you can capture tones, you can download captures and stuff, and the routing options is just second to none. So that's my first favourite thing about it. The second is the ease of use. Again, just how easy I've been faffing on for the past however long, what feels like 4 hours, just playing loads of presets and stuff, just moving things around, changing things. I love the fact that when you alter things, you can either do it on the screen so intuitively, or with the actual controls, which feel really tactile and lovely under your fingers. It's just, Neural have made it look really complex and fancy and stuff, but at its heart, it's like a paint by numbers, good, like for simple guitar players like myself, like Fisher Price, how to get a good guitar tone. Sounds great, easy to use for even a beginner guitar player, like someone with the older persuasion, let's say, that's used to like big valve analog amps with only 3 band EQs. Everything is laid out with pictures and, like I say, so easy to chop and change things. And the next thing I love about it is one of the effects or features, I should say, and that's the transpose feature. It's the best transpose like effect within a multi-effect unit that isn't a standalone pedal that I've ever heard. Like, so that's standard. My guitar's in E flat. Standard. This is bypassed, I should say. Besides my guitar being slightly out of tune, it's absolutely nailing it. Don't know why I decided to play redneck there, but it goes down and up. So like I say, E flat. Now it's in standard. octave. It's even holding an octave pretty damn well. How to do an octave low, so. Great. So that's an amazing feature on this little guy. I would use that all the time. I never have to change guitars again. Next up, why I love it, it's the size. Like I said at the start as well, I've used Axe FX3s, Axe 8s, Helix, Kempers, which are all great in their own right, but quite sizable. This guy, it's small enough to fit in the front of a gig bag, which is just insane. For the power this has, and like I say, the routing options and the captures and all the rest, and the overall tone, pretty with this form factor, I think Neural have nailed it. It's a hard thing to say. And next up, something quite techie. I love the fact that it connects to Wi-Fi for updates and stuff, so you haven't got to plug it into anything or download things from certain websites and then put them into an upload and then do it that way through a cable. It's all wireless through the Wi-Fi. That's a super awesome little 21st century bit of kit to have. And with that, speaking of kit, the fact that you can now get all the archetype plugins, well, I don't know the whole ins and outs of it. Some of them, maybe all of them, I don't know. There's a lot of back and forth online about that, but like Gojira X and all those kind of things, you can get the plugins into the Quad Cortex, which I know was a thing back in the day, and they didn't do it for a while, but now you can. And that's really fun because they sound awesome plugins. So to get your actual plugin tone alive for the audience, they're going to really dig that. And last but not least, for the things I like, it's the price of this Bandlad. I think it's priced perfectly in the pocket. Any cheaper, and you wouldn't, it's made fantastic. Metal chassis, and the controls, like I say, are very tactile and very sturdy. It feels like it's priced well, because these things can get crazy prices, like think of the Axe FX3s and stuff like that, and this is just as powerful and just as awesome with the routing options and stuff like that. I think it's priced really nice. They could go crazy with it because Neural is very fancy that way, but they haven't gone insane. So in the bracket it is with its competitors, I think it's priced awesome. And again, link to the description box down below. You can get this limited edition GEORDIE version. And now for the things I dislike about the Neural DSP Quad Cortex. After playing it for an entire day, I had to be really picky with these and really kind of dig deep to find the things I dislike, because I do really like this unit. And the first one being the fact that this isn't a lie. Today's the first day I've ever plugged in a Quad Cortex. Second half of the day it's been up here with those cameras on showing you guys. The first half it was on the floor. I was updating the firmware and just making sure it worked. And I know this is a common gripe, but the buttons are really close together. The foot switches, I should say. I know a lot of people use the little toppers, which go on the top row to make it easier to hit on stage. But like I've got size 12 and a bit feet. Big leather boots on as well. So you've got to be quite intricate on stage, which I'm quite heavy-footed on stage and I move around a lot. So I could see that being a bit of an issue. Would I swap that for a different form factor though? I don't think I would. I think I'd find a way to make it work either with the toppers or another way. Because one of the main points of this is the fact that it fits in the front of your gig bag. That's why everyone loves it. So if it was bigger and the foot switches were further apart, I think I'd still rather have the closer foot switches and have this form factor. What do you think? And the second thing, again, being very picky, the world we live in now, people want things instantly. And I noticed that it takes ages to turn on. Like when you plug it in, it's all well and good. Like my MacBook starts up like that. I'm sure the Helix starts up faster than this as well. But if I do that, kind of flashes for a bit, then you get the Neural logo on the screen and it loads across it. And solely for the fact that if I was live and something happened to any of the power, I'd want a quick, I know it's very powerful and it needs this time to boot up all the lovely Neural niceness inside of it, but I'm kind of taking my time to even explain this just to show how long it takes for this load up. If it was on stage and there was a power cut or something, to get back into, oh, my specific cable broke and I had to get back into, come on, can't drag this out anymore, to playing my part when the rest of the band was still going, I'd be like, come on, take your time. There's obviously a reason for it, but imagine if that your extension cable went out on stage, like your singer kicked it off, and then you had to plug it back in. The song will be finished by the time you were done. So there we go, the last chorus is happening. oh, the song's already finished. The crowd goes mild because there was no guitar for the entire song. So yeah, that's a bit irritating. Another gripe I have, again, being very picky, is the fact that I wish there might be, and I just haven't clicked yet, but to switch it to gig view instead of swiping up. So once you're in gig view, if you tap the these two over here, and switch through all the different variations you can have of gig view, like going through the presets or the stomps or the scenes. But to get to the gig view, I wish there's a way you could like hold down the preset up button and it would do it. I know there's ways to do it where you can, I think if you're in preset mode and you tap the preset button twice, or you hold down perhaps, it switches to gig mode. But the swipe up it's fine, because once you're in gig mode, you're playing on stage, but for some reason I wish there was just an easy way to like hold down something or do something to make, like tap something to make gig view appear. Now next up, I know, again, contradicting on the form factor, but I wish there was an option, like an option to buy this with an expression pedal already built in. I know people like buying their own with all the mission stuff, and my favourites are the Dunlop expressions, both to use for volume and for regular expression, and they're awesome. But to have one integrated in, I'm so used to the Helix, and with the new Helix Stadium, you can either buy one with an expression pedal or without an expression pedal, depending on what you use. I use them all the time. So to save having to plug one in at every gig and get it right and have cables hang out the back and stuff, I know you could like place it on a pedal board and have it properly that way, but I think it would look really cool as well. I think Neural would nail the look and the aesthetic of having just a little, like the size of one of those little Boss ones, just on the side here, integrated in. That'd be really cool. But then again, it would probably still stick out the top of a gig bag, and would I want the small form factor? Because you don't always need an expression pedal. I don't know, like I say, I'm just nitpicking. And my worst thing about this is the fact that I haven't got one yet. I've really enjoyed this video. I've really enjoyed just blabbing on, playing presets with the cameras on, experiencing the Quad Cortex for the first time. I get the hype. I really get the hype. It's taken me years to try one, and the fact that I'm trying this Newcastle United flavoured one, it's not a Stormtrooper, it's for us Northerners up here in Newcastle. I really dig it. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Are you a Quad Cortex user? Have I missed anything out? Have I done anything wrong? Please let me know if I've done something wrong and I know how to get gig view up somehow. Because I'm just having fun and I wanted to share my first experience with you guys, the same way as if you were going to unbox one of these for the first time and have a little fiddle. So easy to use, so easy to get a good sound out of it, and you haven't got to tweak things to maintain that great sound. So let us know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. If you want to support me even more, check out my Patreon page, which is also just linked down there as well. And again, a huge thank you to Andertons for sending this pedal up for me to check out. Support me by supporting them by grabbing this from the link in the description box down below. Thanks for watching. I've been Dagan. I'll see you next time.